Morning St Matt's Youth, it's Mark and Barney here. We've been asked to do another session for you, this time on Jesus saying he's the Good Shepherd. So what we'll do is Barney's going to read from the Bible, or from my computer really, John chapter 10 verse 14.
I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me. Just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep.
Thanks, Barn. Three things we're going to look at from this bit of the Bible. We're going to look at why does Jesus call us sheep? We're going to look at the idea of what shepherds are around today and why Jesus says he's the good shepherd. But before we start, Barn, do you want to hear a funny joke about shepherds?
Not really, but I have a choice, do I?
No, not really.
Yeah, I thought so.
There's a shepherd and he has a sheepdog, and he says to the sheepdog, do me a favour. He goes, can you go out and count the sheep for me? So the sheepdog goes out, and 20 minutes later comes back and says to the farmer, you've got 100 sheep. The farmer goes, that's weird. I really thought I only had 98. And the sheepdog goes, well, you do, but I rounded them up. We'll move on. Let's look at the first bit. It's the passage about sheep, and Jesus weirdly says to us, your sheep, which, when we're talking about animals, I don't know about you, but I don't often think of myself as a sheep. In fact, Barn, what sort of animal would you think yourself as?
I'll probably go for a giraffe because I'm freakishly tall for my age.
You probably are, yeah, that's a good one. But what other ones could we have? Well, I was thinking about this, and you could probably have, people might say they are a bear, maybe more masculine this is Jan's bear, but bears, big, strong creatures, defend their territory, etc. Or other ones you could have, you possibly could be, I think quite a lot of people like to be this, monkeys, or a monkey, in the fact that you're just always busy, cheeky, active, cheerful, always just enjoying life. What other ones could you have, Barn?
Be a dog.
Yeah. What would the characters of that dog be?
You could be loyal or faithful.
Yeah. Good one. Or you could be maybe a dolphin. Maybe just something always on the move, wise and intelligent. Actually, Barney, do you remember when you lost this dolphin?
Not really, I don't remember much about that dolphin.
Well, apparently for a while you lost your porpoise in life.
That's it. Hold on a minute.
St Matt's Youth, I am very sorry. Barney's made it very clear that within youth work there is no place for dad jokes, so I'm sorry, that won't be happening again. Back to what we were saying about sheep, and Jesus saying that we're all sheep. It's a bit insulting, really, don't it? Do you think sheep have got any sort of good characteristics?
They're clueless. Wouldn't call that good.
No, they're pretty stupid. You think, can they defend themselves?
No.
No, they're scared most of the time, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I also think with sheep, they need someone to lead them to places to eat. I've got a mate who's got sheep, and they're always falling in ditches, they get tangled in barbed wire, they get their heads stuck through gates. They're particularly stupid animals who just need someone just to look after them and keep an eye on them. I guess that's us as human beings as well.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, we don't have all the answers. We get stuck in life. We wander aimlessly. People just follow each other around. And this is what Jesus is saying, isn't it? He goes, this is what you guys are like. You are just absolutely clueless. You all get ill. You get yourself hurt. You can't look after yourself. I mean, look at COVID. We've all gone to pieces in a year. Just because people are dying, we can't stop these things. We're not in control at all. So what we really need is a good shepherd, or someone who can lead us to the right places. And this is exactly what Jesus says he can do. So, what sort of shepherds are around today? Well, they're probably not called shepherds. I think probably we'd call them influencers. Influencers, I suppose,
Yeah.
from social media. So, Bon, obviously Instagram, places like that. Who are the biggest sort of follow people in the world right now?
Well, off the top of my head, I think Cristiano Ronaldo is the most followed person on all social media platforms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ronaldo, Messi, I suppose, is probably up there. I think The Rock's probably up there as well. I think these are people who are rich, successful sports people.
Yeah.
What about the world of music?
Probably Ariana Grande.
Okay, sounds like a coffee to me that you get in a latte, a Ariana Grande latte. But never heard any of her stuff. But Beyonce, I think, is probably up there. Taylor Swift. Who else could be up there? Oh, the Kardashians, they must be all in there.
Yeah.
All influencers, they're just, look at me, we're beautiful, we're very successful, you could be like us. There's those sort of people. And there's now all these other people who are talking about fashion and sport and just success and clothes and things like that. Actually, tell you what, we'll pause for a minute and we'll come back. You pause as well. What to do is have a look at who you're following on Instagram, on social media, and we'll come back and we'll have a little look. Okay, we've been having a quick look who we've been following most on Instagram. Bun?
Yeah.
Who you've been following most on Instagram?
Ronaldo.
I'm a bit older. Ant Middleton is mine. Actually, I think, do you know Ant Middleton?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of these guys that actually is really successful at motivating people. And he was an SAS guy, does a series, and actually it's one of those blokes that really motivates me to push myself harder. Again, I was looking at other people on there. Do you know there's some rubbish people on there? There's the Bucket List family, who've basically the Bucket List family. They're a family that followed. Well, it's not sick, but it should be the Sick Bucket family, but it's the Bucket family, Bucket List family.
Charlie Bucket.
And they go around the world and they basically just take photos of themselves in beautiful places, which makes us all feel really rubbish that we're just not the great family because we're not smiling and being happy in the beach. There's people who are selling books about success, how you can double your income. And I just look at it and go, look, everyone's just saying, isn't it? Look at me. I'm successful, I'm wealthy, I'm beautiful, I'm strong. Worship me. But actually what they're really saying is, look, just buy into me, buy my products, make me richer. You know, you're never going to feel happy about yourself, but at least I get more money out of you. And that's exactly what Jesus is warning us about. He's saying these are the sort of guys you don't want to follow. In fact, I've got something through the door, and actually this is exactly what it is. It's beware of scammers. And so that's what exactly the internet is. It's social media is people scamming you. They are saying, I have the answers, I have a happy, successful life. Look at me. And we put it on Facebook. You see on Facebook, look at my great family. Look at the wealth I've got. Look how clever and talented and brilliant I am. They're all shepherds. But actually, we're all still sheep. We're eating the same grass. We're all going to die and face God. And we've got a problem because we've got to give an account for ourselves. So Jesus talks about himself being the good shepherd, but if only he had an Instagram account, I think that would probably help him.
He does.
Really?
Yeah.
What,
No.
Man City striker?
No, actual Jesus. It's an email address and everything.
Wow! Blimey, how many followers has he got?
1.7 million.
Cool. And he's got a beard and he's a handsome looking bloke. Oh, and he's put some nice things on there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I don't think that's the real Jesus somehow. Because actually, we are going back 2,000 years ago, and I think that'd be a very old Instagram account.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
probably
disposed us
advertising.
a couple of days ago.
But actually, Jesus was posting things 2,000 years ago, and for us, what he was posting was an image, and he was posting an image of himself as a shepherd, which is a bit difficult for us in 2021 to picture because we don't have much experience with shepherds. But if you were a sheep, he's going, look, what you need most in life is to be protected because there's so many predators that are going to attack you, and you'll need to be led to places. You need to be led to places where you're going to flourish, and actually you're going to sort of just enjoy life to its full. And it's the same for human beings. We all want to be loved. We want to be understood, don't we, for who we are. We don't want to be rejected because of our faults. And we want to have lives that have purpose and meaning and are peaceful and actually go on forever. None of us want to die. And actually, part of the problem is the fact that we're looking for that in everything. But actually Jesus says, look, I'm posting. I'm telling you, look, I am that person. And actually, for many of us, we're going, it's sorted out, isn't it? It's the fact that we don't need to be rejected because Jesus said, look, I'm going to sort that problem out. The fact that you and your faults that go to the cross for me at Easter, that's going to be done and dusted. However, you've just got to follow me and trust me with the rest of your life. Because the part about being rejected and loved is over. But the next part is just about following me onwards. In a way, the problem I had really was in my teens before I became a Christian was actually, it wasn't the salvation part. I got that. I got Jesus, I wasn't a good person. I knew that. And actually Jesus dying, it was like, brilliant. Okay, that's good. But the problem was it's the second part. And the problem was I had the really wrong image of Jesus because actually the world portrays this picture of Jesus, and actually we're going to look quickly, and as we're talking you're going to see some pictures popping up of some artwork of Jesus, and blimey, we've got a ginger Jesus there, and I mean I don't know about you, but he looks weary, he looks sad, his sheep look like the most guilt-ridden, pathetic creatures. Why would you ever follow something like that? And I think that's what, for me, I think the Christian life was, My goodness, am I just going to have a really grey, sad, guilt-ridden life following Jesus, as the Good Shepherd? But I'd missed the second point, hadn't I, really? I got the first point, but actually I think, particularly as teenagers, there's a second point. Now, Brian, can you think, when we went to Dorset, we used to go on holiday, do you remember that family that we stayed next to who had the pet sheep?
Yes.
Okay, and you used to feed them, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rich teas.
Rich tea biscuits, weirdly, yeah. But those sheep, could you tell them apart?
No.
But the owners could, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they knew the sheep. They actually loved their sheep, and that's the bit I missed. Was the fact that it's been like a crowd of people. Everyone just looks like just a human being, with head, hands, arms, all the rest of it. But actually, Jesus looks through that, doesn't he? And he just says, "Look, I'm not pumping out some post to millions of people. I'm putting a post to you, Mark, you, Barney." And we're going, "I get who you are. I made you. I want the best for you. I want your life to be as full of potential as it can be. I want the best version for you. I really, really want that. But you have to follow me and trust me." And it means if you have that, you're going to have to hand everything over to me and just trust me and follow me. And sometimes you're going to walk through some rocky old valleys and go, "I think we're lost." We won't be. We're just going through a tough time. Other times, there'll be great, great times. Great times, particularly when you find the other sheep, other Christian friends you have around you are amazing. And actually everyone supports each other. And ultimately, we're all heading to heaven. But as we go, we're becoming a better version of ourselves. So Jesus is saying, it isn't about following me being the most dullest experience, because that's where the sheep analogy fails for me, really. We're not plodding along like sheep. We're far better than sheep, because we are the most important thing to Jesus ever. And that's the thing, actually, out of this thing is, I want everybody to realise is, it's not just about plodding along after Jesus. It's about following Jesus in everything. It's following him in the friends you have, in the work you do, when you choose your subject at school, your studies, your jobs. You're going to follow there. The person you marry, the kids you have, how are you going to bring your kids up? What sort of work colleagues you're going to have? What are you going to do with your time? How are you going to help at church? What are you going to be like as a neighbour, as a friend? All these things you put in God's hands, and God goes, "Yeah, if you follow me, I'll be posting to you all the time. I'll post to you via the Bible, you read the Bible, and I'll post to you because in your heart the Holy Spirit talks as well." And this is what following Jesus is. This is the Good Shepherd. This is the thing we all want. So actually this week, what I want you to think about is, what do I follow in life? Do I follow my heroes, who actually aren't my heroes really? They're just people taking advantage. Or am I following something that's given me the meaning and the purpose, not just now, not just 2,000 years back, but in about 40, 50 years' time? Can you still be following that same person, that person of Jesus, and trusting him?